Welcome to Channel 19, Public Access TV, and I am standing right here with the one and only Mark Lapidos, the founder and promoter of Beatlefest. Mark, nice to meet you again. I've been coming to Beatlefest on and off for years. Can you tell me how many years?
Well, 22 years here in Chicago, and this may be the biggest one yet. It's off to a great start. It's here Friday night, and the place is pretty crowded, and people are having a good time.
Is Paul McCartney here?
Of course he's here. No, he's not here in person. He's here with us, though. His energy.
Are we ever going to see a Beatle here at Beatlefest?
I'm very optimistic, sure. I think
agree.
so.
I agree, but you said this is the biggest one ever, and I'm thinking, well, maybe this is the night he's here.
Well, I wouldn't tell you if he was, so.
Well, it's up to us then to find out. But what I want to ask you...
Oh, hi, Paul.
Mark, how did this all happen? How did this come about? You're a very important person for forming this 22 years ago. It's a success. We have art rooms. We have music contests.
Take a look at this piece of artwork.
And, Lori, zoom in on this. This is a chess set that an artist, a Beatle fan, actually made, okay? And we'll talk about it later because I think I want to buy it. But can you tell us something about that piece and the pieces around us, the art collections?
This is the art museum. We have my personal collection of all the stories and photographs, but all the artwork, over 100 pieces have been submitted so far, and that is amazing. I've never seen it must be ceramic. It must have taken a year to do that.
I think that's going to win, actually. I mean, and it's hard.
It looks like a winner to me, but you never know. There's a lot of great pieces of artwork in here.
Now, about 8 years ago, my son submitted a painting of John Lennon, and he was 8 and a half at the time, and it was submitted on a Fisher-Price easel, and it did win. So I know what it's like to have my 15 minutes at Beatlefest with my son on the stage at 8 years old being held up by Terry Hemmert, and it was quite an exciting time. And I thank you for allowing that to take place, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a place to come to express our Beatle fanatics.
It's all part of the special feelings that go into Beatlefest. You know, fans come and celebrate our common love for the Beatles, regardless of what age. And there's so many things to do and so many things to participate in. The art contest, the trivia contest. We now have puppet shows for kids. We have sound-alike tryouts and contests, and we have a battle of the bands. This year we have 37 groups entered. It's amazing.
But the main band tonight, is that not Liverpool?
It is certainly Liverpool. They're the world's finest Beatles sound-alike band. They're wonderful. They've been with us since 1979, and they get better every year.
I'm so excited. Do you think I could possibly get backstage a little later to maybe talk with Liverpool, Mark? Do you think that could happen?
I don't know. It depends on who you know, Wink, wink.
Okay, I'm going to wink now. Very nice talking to you. We'll talk to you again. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to talk to the fans, the vendors, and I'll see you in a little bit. I understand we have a big DJ from Chicago, and that is?
Terry Hemmert.
And we all grew up with Terry.
We sure did. I wish I could be here to listen to her every year, but only when I come out here for the week.
She's the best.
She is the best.
And
we don't have
know
anything like her in New York.
We all know what a Beatle fan she is, and like I said, we'll be speaking with her later. And Liverpool, thanks to Mark. Again, Mark, thank you. We'll enjoy the evening, and a splendid time is guaranteed for all. This is so exciting. Here we are going into the grand ballroom now, and what's behind those balloons, see the fans are waving. Hi, everybody's here. It's a glorious day. We just can't wait to hear the band Liverpool. They look and sound just like the Beatles, and we're so excited. And now we're going to go meet Terry Hemmert in a little bit. So let's see what happens when we walk through this archway of balloons. This happens to be one of my favorite songs too, by the way. Moving right along under the balloon arch. You can get the arch floor. This is exciting. Another Beatle fan. Sir, how do you feel about the Beatles?
Me? I like the Beatles. I kind of came here, though, 5 years ago because I was dragged to it by my girlfriend, and it's since gotten to be an acquired taste.
And that's usually what happens. You're on Channel 19 right now, public access.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much for answering, but isn't this exciting? I mean,
I like the Beatles. It beats a lot of this Monica Clinton stuff.
Oh my God. Monica Clinton. There's a new one.
Yeah.
It's not Lewinsky anymore. How about that? Nice talking to you.
I heard a real good joke the other day.
Tell me later.
That's fine.
Nice talking to you, sweetheart. Bye-bye now. Moving right along. Mark Lapidos is letting me through. I'm doing a public access. Are you security?
Yep.
Tell us, what do you think of all the hype of Beatlefest? Seriously, you're young. I mean, I was 10 when the Beatles first came out.
I guess I like it. It's fun. There's a lot of people that show up. I guess a lot of Beatles are still cool.
But you know what? My generation has, and your generation also, Breakfast with the Beatles on a certain radio station. Do you think in 20 years you're going to be listening to Breakfast with Metallica?
No.
There's the difference.
Might.
Oh, he will, but on his own record player. Nice talking to you guys. Thanks a lot. Take care. Okay, Beatlefest Marketplace. What's going on in here, Laura? Just zoom in on the artwork or whatever they're doing over in here. And then we'll get over to the Grand Ballroom where Liverpool will be playing. We'll be speaking with Terry Hemmert. As you can see, we have vendors from anything from Beatle cards to Beatle t-shirts. Oh, the fans here. We have a couple fans right here. Maybe you want to say a word. You want to say a word for Channel 19 Public Access about the Beatles?
The Beatles are the most phenomenal band ever. There will never be any band the likes of them.
And you're younger than I am, and you must really mean it, or you wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah, we've been here for like the past few years in a row. We love it. We played in the Battle of the Bands every year. It's just coming.
Are you here this year? Are you in? What's the name of your band?
The name of our band is Ginge. We're playing on Sunday night.
Cool, I'll come see that. Seriously. Hey, I hope you guys win. And you know what? I give you a lot of credit for your age. As I was just saying to another couple not too long ago, Breakfast with the Beatles we hear on Sunday right here in Chicago. Do you think in 20 years, seriously, you'll ever hear Breakfast with Metallica?
No. Oh, no.
All right, there it is again. See what I'm saying?
They'll be inspiring bands for years to come.
You will never, ever recapture this, ever.
Nope.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good time. I hope you buy a lot of nice things. I like your shirt. I have one.
I just bought one in here.
Let me see what you have real quick, real quick.
I got myself.
Oh, I love it. The Magical Mystery Tour.
See that?
I love it. All right. Beatles rock. There it is for Channel 19. Thank you, fellas. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Thanks a lot.
Ringo for president.
Ringo for president. That's a new one. Here we are with Terry Hemmert from a famous radio station in Chicago. My voice is hoarse because I've been screaming for Liverpool, who sounds and looks just like the Beatles. This is the woman that's been covering this fest for at least 22 years, maybe, Terry? 20 years?
21st years.
Terry Hemmert, very nice to see you again. Tell us, what part do you play in Beatlefest?
Well, I'm the MC, or the camp counselor, if you look at it like summer camp.
Right.
My job here is to keep everything going in the Grand Ballroom, to introduce the talent, and to make sure everybody has a good time.
And you do.
Okay.
You're so good at that.
I try.
Now, after all these years with Beatlefest, tell me, do you recognize the people year after year? Do they come?
Yeah. And the fun thing is to watch them grow up. You know,
So we haven't grown up yet, though.
I mean, I didn't say mature. I mean, like one of the kids that just helped me with the door prizes, 10 years old. This is his 10th Beatlefest. I've watched him grow. He sends me his school pictures, you know.
I know who you're talking about, too.
And like here, a little guy
Okay.
here. This is television, so I'll make this fast.
No, it's okay. Take your time.
See,
We're going
this
with
little
you.
guy just gave me this picture
Oh,
here.
this is so
So I
cool.
get to see these kids grow up. Every year they get older and taller, and they're really
So,
into the Beatles.
not only is she a DJ for radio, but this Beatlefest opens up other horizons for her, and she's got something to really look forward to once a year, and this is it. And, you know, I love seeing you. I love hearing your commentating even on the radio about the Beatles.
Thank you.
Now, tell us,
Yeah.
you went to college, you did all that thing. Why exactly did you get into broadcasting?
Well, true story, I wanted to meet the Beatles. This is true. I was a high school kid in a small town in Ohio. I knew they were never going to come to me, so I had to go to them. And I saw a picture of Jim Stagg, a disc jockey, interviewing Ringo. Just sort of like, you know.
I
holding the
remember
mic.
Jim Stagg.
Yeah, you were holding the mic in my face. He was holding the mic in Ringo's face. And I thought, duh, if I got to be a disc jockey, I could meet the Beatles. And that made perfectly good sense to me as a sophomore in high school, you know, that, hey, I want to grow up and be a disc jockey. It happened.
And it did happen. Now, you and I share something in
Yeah.
common.
Okay.
Our favorite Beatle is...
John.
Well, you know, in our hearts he lives.
Yeah.
He may not be here in body, but he is here. He's with me every day. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I think the music is so powerful that it keeps him alive and part of our lives. Yeah.
John, to me, would you agree that maybe if there is such thing as reincarnation, Lennon and McCartney might be the Mozart and Beethoven?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And the George Gershwin and the Cole Porter. I mean, they're brilliant as songwriters, and I think even in our lifetime, it's been proven they transcend all the boundaries. You know, they transcend generation, gender, race. It's just across the board. People recognize not only the talent of the Beatles, but their joy of life, and you know, their positive attitude, their sense of fun and wit and sarcasm and all that stuff. And I think every generation responds to that positive influence.
And
we need more of that.
The reason is because the Beatles made it happen for themselves.
Yeah.
As you did, as I am with the TV.
Yeah.
So that's what we share, and that's why we attract ourselves to that type of soul. And that's what it's about, the energy, exactly.
Yeah.
But Terry, you know what? Thank you. And we're having a party here.
Right.
And
I gotta get to the flea market. I got money to spend.
I want to buy a Ringo cap. Are there any over there? Seriously.
I don't know.
I got to look around.
I'm too busy working to check it out.
We'll be talking to Liverpool later. Terry, we'll party. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye. Susan Lewis, very nice to meet you, from Channel 19. Now, tell us, where are you from?
Well, we're all originally from Liverpool, of course, but I live now in near London. Colin lives in Liverpool, quite close to Penny Lane.
Now, tell us who you are.
I'm Colin Hanson, drummer. Rod Davis, guitar player for the Quarrymen.
What do you have to do with John Lennon?
Well, these 5 guys were the band in 1957. Can I show you the photograph?
Would you please? So you knew John Lennon before he formed the Beatles, in other words.
The band.
Okay, hold on one second.
John.
There's John. Okay, now where are you?
This is me. That's the top of my head.
Okay, I see it, right.
This guitar, this is Eric over here.
Hi, Eric. Nice to meet you.
That's the drummer at the back. That's Colin.
Hi, Colin. Nice to meet you.
This is Len, playing the T-chest bass in the check shirt.
Nice to meet you, sir. Welcome to Beatlefest.
In the white shirt, that's Pete, playing the
Pete? Okay, what was the name of this band when you were with John Lennon here in this picture? What was the name of your band?
This is the Quarrymen.
These were the actual Quarrymen. I think I'm going to faint because...
Just come over here.
Oh, you know, can I have this picture? No, gentlemen, you have come a long way. And I'll tell you, you know, for being in a band, what were you guys, 16, 17 here?
Yeah, well, about 16, 15, 16, yeah.
I'm getting chills looking at this picture. You were the baby. You were the baby. You were 50.
I mean, that would have been 57, I would have been 15. I think Pete was probably about 15, but Lennon was a bit older. I think he was 16. Colin was an ancient guy. He must be about 24.
Yeah, Colin was 18, weren't you, Colin?
He was about 17.
Can I please ask you, and please, you know, I'm hoarse from screaming for Liverpool, the band that sounds like them and stuff, and for you guys too. I was cheering for you. You sound really great. But seriously, what was John really like as one of your buddies as a teenager? Did you like him?
Did I like him? Oh yeah, I liked him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been in his band. But he was a bit of a rebel all the time, you know. So
I like that.
Well, he liked it.
His music lives after because of the rebellious lyrics and things.
Right. I'm sure you're right, yeah. We were the ones that didn't rebel. We went out and did what our mothers told us and got steady jobs.
But you know what? But you're here. So you're here, so the spirit lives on from how you started out. I am so excited. I am getting an autographed picture from the Quarrymen. I can't believe this. This was the band that John Lennon formed, and here these guys are, and they're all signing it for me, and I'm going to have it framed and put it in my Beatle room. This is fantastic. You guys are the best. And if you can hear the music in the background, we have Liverpool playing Beatles songs right now. Beatles will live on and on and on. Again, they're autographing the picture for me. The Quarrymen, thank you so much. It's as good as, you know, it's comparable to, you know, a Beatle thing to me. It really, really is. You were the original with John Lennon. We are now entering entering the Grand Ballroom to see Liverpool and hear them. Let's hear them for a second. Liverpool later, but aren't they fantastic? This is so exciting.
Yeah.
Guess who I am sitting here with? This is Paul and
Drew, actually.
Drew. Oh, okay.
You can call me John and mixed with Paul, mixed with George.
He's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
There's a reason behind this.
That's why we like him, yeah.
Okay.
We haven't figured out what it is yet, but
there's a reason behind the Beatles insanity too, but no one ever figured that out. That's why there's still Beatlefest for 22
they don't
years.
figure it out, or else we won't have a job.
There it is. I'm sitting with two of the guys from Liverpool, and they're the Beatles, sound alike. And they rocked, man. They rocked in that room. We had a ball. And you know what? You close your eyes and you really think it's the Beatles. It's amazing. Now, can you tell me about your guitar here?
This is a Rick 320 reissue, 1980.
Is that a Rickenbacker?
A Rickenbacker. Say that again.
Rickenbacker. Why don't we write a song about Rickenbacker? Rickenbacker. You can do something with that.
The Rickenbacker.
Something there, I know. But anyway, it's a 3/4 size, as you can see. It's for little people like me. It's a 3/4 size guitar. It's not normally as long. It's supposed to be about that long.
Okay.
But it's not anymore. Got stuck in the wall.
All right, can you play anything where we'd hear? I mean, anything.
Well, actually, on electric guitar, it's kind of like Spinal Tap, but we'll try. What do you want me to play
You
with?
can do it. Can you sing along?
I'm not
Well, no, I just want to hear the sound of the guitar. I mean, while we're sitting one on one.
This is real close. Ready?
Real close.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can I have a little more? I think that's the song. Okay. Okay. I believe it or not, my ear picked it up. All right, Paul.
Yes.
What's your real name?
His real name is Mitch Weissman.
Mitch. Tell us how Liverpool got started, please.
Well, how it got started was because of him and the other three guys.
Okay.
I joined it.
That'll work.
Later on.
Thank God. That'll
There was
work.
a man that came up to this guy and said, we need a band called Liverpool with an L. That's not a city in a country in England. No, I have no idea. These gentlemen had a band called Liverpool. I've been playing Beatlefest for a lot of years, and approximately 6 or 7 years ago, they kidnapped me and have been holding me hostage ever since until I get it right. And judging by tonight's show, I'm going to be here for a long time.
Well, you know, you guys are really great. When did you start playing? When did you really start playing the instruments?
The bass. I was a guitarist and a singer when I was a little kid.
Are you left-handed like McCartney?
Actually, I'm right-handed now. I was born left-handed, but I learned to play righty because back then hit my head. Yeah, it was fixed. The rental stores only had right-handed equipment, so I learned how to play right-handed.
But isn't it amazing how McCartney plays left-handed?
Yes, and I'm kind of glad I don't, because it'd be really confusing for me. Not for him. He knows who he is. I'd be stuck with him.
He can afford left-handed guitars.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, he can. I could.
Okay, let me ask you this now. Did the Beatles...
What's your name?
Susan Lewis from Channel 19, Public Access, and welcome to the show. It's called Get Out.
Thank you.
Today I was able to get out and come to Beatlefest. Oh, come here. No, I just really want to know. Did the Beatles prime?
I'm Elaine now.
Are the Beatles?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm going to make a scene.
Oh, man.
Get out. Get out. Danny, get out.
You act like, my goodness, they act like the Beatles. I don't know, this is strange.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Did you start playing because of the Beatles? Is that what prompted you to pick up instruments?
No.
Tell the truth.
No, actually.
We started playing long before we knew what the Beatles were.
Well, I don't know.
Please.
Well, I did.
But I started as a baby. I was into music. He was into classical music, but the same I was.
You know, the Beatles were into classical music without knowing that they were into classical music. They infiltrated that into finally after the Sgt. Pepper's album.
When you're a little kid,
See,
you know but there's one thing that makes a difference. When you're a little kid, you're not set to any particular bias.
But you know what you hear and you know you like it.
You can like this thing by Beethoven and like this thing by the Beatles and say, you know what, it's the same to me when I'm a little kid. It's something I like. Then when we get older, we become selective and get attitudes.
I don't think you get older and people put you into categories and say you will stay there and you'll like it. That's
Oh, that's one of my favorite songs, and I do believe in karma. Now, where do you go from here after Beatlefest? Do you have? I realize that, but what about gigs? I mean, do you have anything in the future? Or
We work with a number of different musical ventures. With this band, we work together doing this show called Beatlefest around the country.
Right.
But then we also
Sometimes we work with each other when we're back in New York. We're all in the New York area.
Is that what you're from? You live in New York, and you came all this way. That's wonderful.
Tonight at the Rosemont Theater is the Teenagers of Rock and Roll show, whatever that thing was called, Teen Idol.
Oh, with Bobby Sherman and them. Right.
Drew and I and this band has backed up Peter Noon. So we were wondering if Peter was going to come over tonight, and as you can see, that's what he's always done. He never shows up.
Well, he might be with Mrs. Brown's lovely daughter.
I've seen a few of those daughters, and
Mrs. Brown's daughter is his.
That's the first I've heard of that, but you know, it makes sense.
Mrs. Brown, I've got a lovely daughter.
Right, there it is. You guys, you know what?
Daughter.
I could talk to you forever, but we're running out of video.
No.
But you know what? I'll tell you what.
Quick, she's giving me the signal.
You know what? We'll carry this on a later date, okay? Nice talking to the both of you. I wish you much success.
Thank you.
And you do, and you're full of.
Really nice meeting you.
Thank you for coming on.
Nice meeting you.
Take care. Mwah.
You guys are the best.
Legs.
Take care.
Bye, Chicago. Bye,
The
Chicago.
Beetle boots. Get in on the Beetle boots.
on the boots.
I came in full uniform today.
Perfect.
Goodbye. I'm melting. Have a good time at Beatlefest.
Oh, we had a great time.
Did you? Come on over here. What are your names?
My name is Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Nice to meet you. I'm Susan Lewis, Public Access TV, Channel 19, and you are?
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. Nice to meet you. You two look like happy campers. I mean, you bought things and...
Yes, we did.
Okay. So, tell me, who's your favorite Beatle, Sherry?
My favorite Beatle is John.
Nancy?
John.
You know what? You can't say it without getting choked up. I interviewed Terry Hemmert not too long ago, and she, we share that common ground, and it's really hard to say John. I mean, seriously, he added a lot to the music. He added a lot to our lives, as did Paul and George and Ringo, but there's something about John.
Something about John.
And we were even saying, even though he's gone, he's not gone.
No, he'll never be gone as long as he lives in my heart.
Your thoughts precisely, right?
Exactly.
You girls look like you had a great time. So what do they do in the corners when they're playing the guitars here at the Hyatt?
They dodge security.
Nice seeing you. Hope to see you next year. Take care.
Up. I'm standing on the front row. Linda and the kids got hung up at the stairwell with people who were well-wishers, and so Paul just walked on over there and stood with me and talked to me.
And how did you feel when Paul McCartney came over to you?
Numb. I felt numb, and I shook his hand.
I don't know what I would do. But.
And it's hard to remember what I said. People always ask me, what did you say? And I think I remember saying to him, Mr. Paul, this is a great evening, and I know you have a lot to be proud of tonight. And he said, yeah, this is great.
Did you tell him you were writing a book or anything like that?
I've been advised not to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you did meet Paul.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing your book on the market.
Yeah, I think you'll like it if you read it.
Oh, I have a lot of Beatle books. I have a big collection of Beatle books, and yours is just going to add to it. Now, will you be here tomorrow?
Yes.
I'd like you to sign it for me, please, if you don't mind.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind at all. What's different about this book is that instead of just regurgitating information to you, as many books do, or all of them do, what it does is take the facts and weave them into the fabric of this story.
Okay.
So it gets you involved, and in the educational genre, that's known as application. So actually what you're doing is participating.
Where do you go from here?
Writing a second book, and I'm still working as a freelance journalist, wherever I can.
I wish you a lot of luck, because that's basically what I'm doing too. I'm the freelance host of my own show that I produce called Get Out for cable TV, and what I do is I get out, and this is what I do. Well, you got out today, Paul, and I'm glad you did, and please sign my book for me tomorrow when I see you. Okay? Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay? Take care. Right on.
Thank you very much. Oh, you go straight.